Look, another headline on the front of the Sydney Morning Herald, which is probably going to fire up at least one person in Potts Point this evening. Serious risk of China war in 5 years is the headline. A leading military expert says there is at least a 50% chance that Australia will be drawn into a war between the United States and China over Taiwan within 5 years. Nick, this is I was shocked that this story was just a sort of throwaway brief on the front of the Sydney Morning Herald tomorrow, because it's making some pretty bombastic claims. Yeah,
and Ross Babbage is a well-respected analyst of strategic matters and very well connected in the United States and elsewhere. So I take it seriously. But look, I guess in the Herald's defence, it's not the first indication that there could be conflict with Taiwan. The late Senator Jim Molan wrote a very powerful and troubling book about it shortly before he died.
Yes, indeed.
And of course the Herald, I think it was a couple of months ago, wasn't it? They ran that series on this. So look, we know it's there. I just, like you though, I don't know why it's not on the front page more often. Well, we get caught up with Brittany Higgins and goodness knows what else. But in the long term, this is the story that could really challenge us as a nation.
I wouldn't put a time frame. I wouldn't put a time frame on it though, Jenna, because China is incredibly patient. Certainly their eyes are on Taiwan, but I wouldn't set a time limit on it. But it's a scary proposition.
Yeah, it does seem really interesting, Tina, doesn't it? Just sort of watching what we saw at the beginning of the week with diplomatic tensions allegedly thawing between China and the US, and now we sort of get drawn in because we're friendly with AUKUS and we're in the region. So, do you think that Australians are probably on edge about this?
I think they've got other things to worry about, Jenna. I think they're trying to keep a roof over their head, of food in their kids' mouths, and also I think China is sitting back looking at Russia and is maybe thinking, gee, that's sort of not turned out how everyone expected. So, maybe they think twice about entering a war as well. I mean, no one wants war. Let's hope it can be avoided at all costs.
Yeah, absolutely.